Hi, my name is Jonah, back with our third episode for DYC Wednesday night videos. Our third guest here on the show is Mr. Stephen Hinkle. Yeah. So I have a first question here, Mr. Stephen. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am married to a beautiful wife named Trista. I had 2 kids, Merrick and Asher. They both seem to be happy. I like to play video games in my off time, chill, read a little bit, normal stuff.
Tell us about your favorite childhood memory.
Okay. So I was about 4, maybe 3, and I remember this because it's probably traumatic, but I went into the front seat of my car, and we had it on a hill, so I put it in drive, and then drove it down the hill and almost right into a tree, so I turned at the last second, and then I barely stopped before I hit the swing set. So yeah, that was probably the funniest, because it scared the crap out of my mom. Like, my mom lost her mind after she saw, the car was gone. She was in the house, so she didn't know that the car was gone until she went back out there, and then it's in the backyard.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Elle. Now tell us about all the jobs you've had.
Okay, so my first job was cleaning up construction, and then I worked at a movie theater, and while I was at the movie theater, I became Stinkle the clown. And then after that, I was at a paint store. Then I joined the Air Force because I didn't see myself going anywhere. And then I went and got out of that and became a mailman. Then I became a property manager, and now I'm a property manager / youth minister.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm James, and why did you decide to become a youth minister?
Well, I felt called to be in ministry, and then I went to school for it, and so then once I was in school, I had to do an internship, and then First Christian was the place that I did my internship at, and between all of the different, because I did everything you could do. I did everything the pastor did, the associate pastor, and anything else asked of me from those people. And when I was doing all those different jobs, I worked with the youth, and out of all of them, that was the one that I seemed to be calling to me as something that I felt like I could do and that I could try to make a difference. And that's probably why I became a youth minister, just because I wanted to make a difference.
Cool.
Hi, I'm McKelty Will, and your next question is, how has your relationship with the church and God changed over time?
Well, that's a good one. So I was raised in church, and when I got to the age of 18, 19, I was still going into the church with my parents, and I joined the military and walked away from the church for a little bit based on the idea that no one could answer, none of the questions I was asking were being answered. They were all pushed to the side by the people who I was asking. So then, about a couple years later, my friend introduced me to a podcast called Exploring My Strange Bible, and through that podcast, I learned different ways to approach the Bible and different avenues of belief that you could have based on what the gospel really is. And through that, I started to go to church, and then as I went to that church, I felt called to be somewhere in ministry. So I went to school to work in the church, and as I did that, I got out of the military, and then found a church when I got here to watch online because I couldn't find one in person. So I've done all aspects of church and God growing relationship life. So it's been crazy.
Hi, I'm Henry, and what's your favorite Bible verse?
So my favorite Bible verse is Ecclesiastes 1:2, where it says, "Meaningless, meaningless, the teacher said, everything meaningless, meaningless, everything is meaningless." And the reason why is because the Hebrew word for meaningless there is hevel, and hevel means smoke or vapor, which means what he's saying there is life is like smoke or vapor. No matter what you do, you can't reach out. You can try to reach out and grab it, but no matter what, you can't get a hold of anything. So what you do is you enjoy the scenery or the life that you have at that moment.
That's kind of a depressing Bible verse.
Yeah, but it could be uplifting to you if you look at it the right way.
Nice. Okay.
Hi, I'm Bo Banks. What advice would you give the youth?
What advice would I give to the youth? Probably stand up for the poor, the oppressed, the beaten down, the wicked that have taken over those individuals who I just mentioned. Be nice to them, but you still stand up for what's right and what justice is in your heart, no matter what society or the people around you say. As long as you think that what you do is right, and it's Christ-like, you can't be wrong.
My name is Julia, and what's your favorite youth group memory?
Well, there was one year we had a white elephant raffle, and everybody just brought the craziest things. Like I ended up with 2 towels that were pizza, which my youngest one loves pizza, and a hamburger, and the other oldest one loved hamburger, so it worked out great for me. But the funniest thing was someone brought a thing of antlers, and that was what everybody fought over. Like that kept getting stolen, so we had to make a rule after like the 5th time it got stolen, you can't steal it no more. So it was pretty funny watching those kids fight over antlers.
For your last question, what's your hidden talent?
Okay, well, I don't know if it's a hidden talent, but it's a good party trick. So what you do is hold up the mic. So yeah, it's hollow up there.
That's funny. Thank you for joining us with our DYC Wednesday night interview, and I hope to see you next time. It's time! Ow! Henry! I'm waiting on you!
Waiting on me.